So I put a poll on YouTube a couple days ago asking what map I should go for a high round on, and you guys chose World at War Verruckt, a map that I'm not that great at, my own highest round on it only being round 62, and I have not played it in a couple months, and so I was actually hoping it didn't get picked, because it's a pretty hard map if you know that, but it does only have 24 zombies around, so it kind of balances it out, but it's still really hard to get far. So for this map, I would always restart to spawn in on the side with Jug, because I open up to power and I don't open any doors except over to power, and then I sit in spawn room until about round 12 to 15, and then I just stand at the barrier in the trap and just don't leave it, and that's the entire high round strat. The clip you're seeing right now is old and it's a bad strat, and that's why I died here, but I just thought I'd tell you what I'm doing. At the beginning of every game, I would always buy the Kar 98K because the spawns are pretty slow, so I can just headshot the first few rounds, and I would stay in here until the start of round 4, so all the zombies would spawn down here and be grouped up so I could kill them once I buy the MP40. And once you buy the MP40, you just run around the map, kill zombies, get points, and start spinning the box ASAP, because for this strat, you need the flamethrower. The ray gun is very nice to have, but you don't need it. It is very nice to have though, but you absolutely need the flamethrower to kill the zombies that will spawn in the barrier, and if any jump out, you need to be able to use it to slow them down and stagger them, and it's the only thing that can kill on high rounds. So I started spinning the box on round 6. And I figured this would take me a couple attempts because Verruckt is a pretty hard map, but right here I end up getting the flamethrower on round 6, so I was really hoping I could get this first try because this gun's pretty rare on Verruckt. After some more box spins, I ended up getting the PPSH, which is like literally the best SMG in COD Zombies history, and I just sit in this area of the spawn room and camp until about round 10 and maybe 12, and then I start the trap strat. And right here, I'll show you the trap strat. At the start of every round, you stand right here, so the zombies at the barrier down this hallway will run towards you and not immediately through that other side of the trap. Start it up when zombies get close, and you hold your rebuild barrier button, X if you're on Xbox, square I think on PS4, and I don't know what it is on keyboard, but you just kind of hold here and spam the zombies with the flamethrower. You have to stand kind of farther back. You shouldn't stand so close like I am because you can get hit a lot. On early rounds it is a little more difficult because the spawns are slow, so not every zombie will run into that trap. Immediately when the trap turns off, you have to keep watching. Immediately when the trap turns off, you walk past this doorway and you start staggering them like this and you kill them. On these early rounds, you don't really need to use the flamethrower as much. You can use a normal gun, but you do have to wait a little bit just to give the trap some time to cool down for the next round, because if you start around here without the trap, you're probably going to die unless you can pull off some very good training. But yeah, that's kind of the trap strat for early rounds. Occasionally you'll get this glitch where they pile up in the barrier. Immediately walk up to it and start rebuilding it when this happens, because if you don't, they can sometimes immediately jump out. So just walk up to it, rebuild it, and flamethrower them, and just get rid of them like that. It's really easy. Also, if you didn't know, this is the first map to ever have Jug, so it works differently in this. It puts your health to 160 instead of the regular 250, but it makes your health regen insanely fast, so you can pull off really weird clutches. Also, when you go prone and on World at War, it can make them miss their hits. It works really well on Verruckt, and it can work on the other maps, but it works the best on Verruckt. So you can really just pull off some really good clutches by doing that, and that's kind of why I like this map so much. And you remember earlier when I mentioned that the spawns in this map can be very inconsistent? Yeah, so right here I was chilling, the zombies got stuck in that barrier. I thought, yeah, I'll just let them out, kill them all with the flamethrower. I had some zombies late spawn and just go up behind me, trap me, and insta-kill me. So that was my first attempt down the drain, but it's to be expected. Verruckt is a pretty hard map. A couple attempts later, I was hitting the box on round 11, and I actually managed to get the ray gun, which for some reason for me on this map is like extremely rare. But for some reason on this map, when I get the ray gun, I can never get the flamethrower, or when I get the flamethrower, I can never get the ray gun. So I didn't end up getting the flamethrower, so I was doing this strat with the FG42 and the ray gun. And for all my World at War fans out there, you guys know the ray gun splash in this game is absolutely no joke, and it killed me. But on to my next attempt, where I was on round 16 with the MG42, best LMG in Zombies history, by the way. Argue in the comments, I don't care. and I had not great box luck on this, but I was still going, and I pulled this clutch with MG42 on round 16, and I actually thought that I was dead. And after some more attempts, because this is not the same game as the last one, I got a game where I actually got the flamethrower and managed to hit 30. Like I said in the beginning, this took a couple attempts because Verruckt is a pretty hard map. And now for this clip, I'm going to talk about another glitch because World at War has a lot of those. And this one can get you killed very easily. So I always stand on the right side of this barrier just because of this glitch. When zombies jump through this barrier, when you're like rebuilding it like that, you have to immediately like walk towards them like that so they slow down. Or you can immediately run away and jump through the trap. I like to slow them down immediately because it's less risky, but you can just immediately jump through the trap. And so after a while, I'd say about past 30, the spawns really do start to speed up and it gets a good bit easier. But like I said earlier, spawns are extremely inconsistent, so you can still get messed up. And right here is me hitting 40, which is actually the first round 40 I gotten on Verruckt in a very long time, because I don't really come back and play this map too much just because of the inconsistencies. I feel like it's kind of luck and it just annoys me a lot, but I still love this map. So right here on round 41, well, as 41 is starting, I'm going to show you exactly what not to do with an insta-kill, because I do something extremely stupid right here. I get an insta-kill, and I still turn on the trap, and then I kill every single zombie that runs at this barrier, and it absolutely will screw you over, because you won't have the trap for the start of the next round, so you'll be forced to train up zombies at the start of a round on round 40 on Verruckt, and that's just not good. So as you can see, round 42 is starting, and I don't have the trap, the main thing that actually kills zombies in this. So it is time for me to pull out my masterful World at War skills to try and train up zombies here, which is way easier said than done. And I actually got a zombie glitched in that barrier right behind me, and if he decided to jump out at some random time, he could have very easily killed me. And I got extremely lucky with being able to actually get those zombies trained up, but now I'm stuck in the trap with a bunch, and I don't know if it's safe to jump through that trap, so I have to try and train them in this little balcony. And me surviving this was actually maybe the luckiest thing. I'm so lucky I had those bouncing betties right there, and that one zombie didn't trap me against the other three, and so I was expecting this to like actually take me a while to actually get a good game of this going, but right here is me hitting 50, my first round 50 on Verruckt in like actually maybe 6 months, because this map is really hard. And once I got to 50, I was like really trying to like lock in, because I wanted to at least beat my old record of 62 on this, and I figured if I can at least beat 62, I'll be happy with the video. And so I was just fully locked in trying to get to 62, and right here I end round 61 and go on to my PB round on this map, and so I was locked in. And after camping behind the trap as usual, I actually managed to beat my PB and on to 63, and the spawns max out at 64, so this was actually looking good for a very good high round attempt. And after I beat my PB, I wasn't expecting to get much farther, so I wasn't clipping anything, but I started just playing really well, and the game actually got pretty easy once I hit the max spawns. So I just kept going, and this is me hitting round 80, and once I got to 80, I was like actually really getting excited because I thought I might be able to get around 100 on this. And just a little while after hitting 80, I hit 90, because the rounds on this are really fast. If you don't know, the first 3 maps in World of War, only 24 zombies per round. That's why the strat actually works. So once you hit 64 on Verruckt, the map actually isn't that hard. And once I was getting this far, I was actually kind of excited because I thought I might be able to get past 100 and get to insta-kill rounds. If you don't know, those start at 163, and it's where the health basically glitches out, and the zombies will be at round 1 health for a full round. this is another glitch type thing that can happen on this map. You see that zombie that just ran away from the stairs right there in front of me? That zombie will actually run away from this barrier and run down to the barriers and spawn. So when this happens, you need to be extremely careful to not get trapped. And as you can see, he runs up from those stairs. He just ran down to a barrier from spawn. You need to really watch the barrier close. Like, I almost got trapped right there because of that. So you gotta really watch the barrier when doing this. And then I actually messed up a little bit, and I didn't have my trap ready at the start of 99. So I was thinking I might have had to train at the start of 99, but it turned on right then, and I was able to get it activated. And so this is just me playing through round 99. Like I said in the beginning, this is the strat for high rounds on Verruckt. Get the trap on, you stand on this barrier, stand far back like I am now, and just flamethrower them. If you can really get it down, it's pretty doable, and it makes Verruckt an actual, like, high round achievable map where you don't have to just run around in circles like a maniac and pray that you don't die. And after this game, I think Verruckt actually might be my favorite round 100 I've ever done in zombies. I've done 8 other maps to round 100, but I think this one honestly might be my favorite just because not that many people have gotten to round 100 on Verruckt because, I mean, first off, it's an old map. It's known as one of the hardest, and it's just, I don't know, it's just different from a lot of maps. And I was not expecting to honestly get much past my PB of only 62, so getting to round 100 on this map was just really cool. And right here I get it round 100 on World at War Verruckt. So you guys picked the hardest map out of that poll, and I actually managed to get really far. And I'm gonna be honest, not even I expected it. But this challenge wasn't to just get to round 100. This was a high round attempt of not just round 100, but whatever round I can make it to. So after I hit 100, I kept going to try and get as far as I possibly could. And so right here, I'm on round 105, and I was honestly thinking I could definitely get super far, probably the insta-kill rounds. But I'm doing something that I talked about earlier was a big mistake. I'm standing way too far to the left of the barrier, and they all jump over and just immediately trap me. I get instantly red screened. Instead of sprinting forward, I tried to prone, and so that was my death. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to doing more high round videos for the channel.